Hi guys, welcome back to Warhammer, Total War Warhammer even, and welcome to
vengeance.
the attack on Barrack Davosback.
Ready access.
We'll send in Thorgrim, and we'll trunch these poor goblins. They have nothing. And actually I think we'll just alter this. It's fairly one-sided affair. And indeed, we lost 4 guys. I don't think I could have played that any better. I will occupy it because the money is ridiculous.
All right.
That reduced the scabby eyes to absolutely nothing. Let's see what we gained here. Not much of a town, I'm assuming. Well, the good thing about it is it didn't have the sparring chamber built. So I'm going to go ahead and build the trinket market ASAP. And we are actually now at positive income, which is a wonderful thing to see. Another thing that would be wonderful is if the Barrack Var people, who are now at a positive 94 and very friendly, if they would go ahead and be happy with me enough so that we can have an alliance.
And what can the Dawi do for you on this fine day?
They do not want it. Very, very annoying. The Sufbar people, are you more inclined? Are you still moderately likely to give me a non-aggression pact? But yeah, I wasn't really counting on it. They have refused me at every turn. Okay, so Mr. Barrack Var here, who are you at war with now? You are at war. Did you make peace with the humans? The Bloody Hand and the Greenskins. Did I miss an event? Peace negotiated between the Red Fangs and the Greenskins. Right. They have a confederation. I gained a rank, and we have a population surplus in both of our provinces actually. So that's all good, but I was quite sure that these border princes were at war with us, but in fact they're not. I'm looking at the wrong place here. They're at war with Avaland, and they're trading with Tylea. Well, never mind then. So right now, the dwarves and me, we are both at war with the orcs of the Bloody Hand and the Greenskins. So they are down there, and they are down there. So what I really want to do now is I want to march on the Black Crag over here. Also, I'm not going to defend this town. I'm hoping that the dwarves will take care of that for me. But also, I really want to send a force up here to Mount Gunbar. If I take Mount Gunbar, well, I won't be able to deal with the Sufbars right away, but this province here lies between me and them. But for right now, I'll take my army, I'll march it back to Karak Dron, which isn't going to be right now since we have no movement. So next time then. I will go ahead and build the trinket market, since it repays itself in 4 turns. And I could save up money for that thing. In thinking that's too soon to develop that province. We are working on growth here. I think we're going to change that to tax rate. We have a fair deal of growth, and we actually have 2 surplus already, which we aren't in a position to use because of money issues. So next turn we will get a 40 extra income from Mount Swickhorn. Actually a little bit more, probably because of the 5% tax thing. Oh yeah, and then I wanted to check out the chaos corruption. It is dropping by 2%. So yeah, obviously it'll go away in 6 turns. That'll be gone, and it's going to be 8 turns here, but that's fine. What's the corruption actually doing for us? Is it... It'll give us some attrition.
One run.
Try to just pop out of the city for 1 second. So no attrition that I can currently detect. Oh, here's that icon. Executed captives. And how about you? You have nothing. So did that thing go away where I let them go? Or are you going to be pissed at that forever? Release greenskins, -6. Yeah, you're an asshole. We're not trading. We can set a coordinated war goal. I would like you to take the Western Badlands. What does it say here? So they'll try to go down here and take like the Bitterstone mine and Akron and something we haven't seen. The top knots. We're not at war with those yet. Dragonhorn mines. Sounds like they'll be valuable. Okay, let's yeah, okay, no. Cancel. Let's just have a look at those skills.
Throw bearers! Let's march!
We already have rally, so we have unlocked these things here. Aura size 10%, melee defense for longbeards, hammers, iron breakers, and slayers. We don't have any of those. Ammunition for iron drakes, cannon, flame cannon, organ gun. Again, we don't have them. And gyrocopters. So the only thing that we can actually use right now is brass lunged, and that will be helpful in terms of the leadership aura and the melee attack, which is substantial. It's not a bad thing at all. Ammunition, I don't really have a problem with my ammunition. Legolas, I think I am going to get this. I mean, it's not a huge deal for dwarves. 10% of very little is even less. But it's all the movement, all the time throughout the campaign, right? So I'm gonna get it. And then you, up here in Mount Swickhorn, I won't give you the Purebeard. %2% for capital buildings only. I might give you this and then send you north, maybe with a somewhat smaller army than would be needed to actually storm a castle. I don't know. Let's try it. I know you can get some items that reduces the siege as well. If you stack enough of those modifiers on top of each other, then you could presumably do a quite quick siege.
News of your conquests spreads far and wide.
Shut up. Objective, occupy. Oh, we did that. Awesome. So we get 2,000 and 1,000. That's awesome. And we get a new quest. Oh dear God. Have a treasury at 10,000. And the reward is that we invest in these guilds and get 5,000 taken away. Well, that certainly sucks. And if we can sack 5 settlements, we'll get 4,000. I like that much better, gotta say. Alright, let's retreat to Karak-Dron, marching. And then we'll take the underway to Black Crag. But I want you to just stay in Karak-Dron for a couple of turns to get the public order in control. We have events causing us -6. 1 turn remaining on that one. 2 turns on the migration. If we do want to do some recruitment, we should certainly do it next turn, or this, since we will get a -10% on the invoice. That one stays there. So you have the Tinkerer, the Trinket Market, sorry. We could build this one up to level 2, which is a thing we might easily consider. We could build the Diamond Mine up, the Gem Mine. It's 150 extra. So it would be quite a while before that pays off. We also get more gems, so I don't know, is your trade, the trade we have with Barak Var here, is the value we get, is that dependent on how many gems we have? We're producing 28 sacks and exporting 17%. So if we have more sacks, say 40, we'll just be exporting a smaller percentage because they only want 5 sacks maybe. That would be nice to know. It would also be nice to get a treaty with you guys. Are you still going to be dicks about it? Yes, you are. I'm gonna keep bugging you. We're at minus... No, we're at 5. So we're not moving anywhere.
You may speak before my shield bearers and on the oath.
Come on, be a guy.
Send me to vengeance.
Do I want to recruit?
The axe thirsts for war.
You have 3 quarrelers. You would like 1 more. We're only getting a discount for all forces. Okay. So we have 611. So we could build a quarreler and one of those. All 3 of them. So that would be 200, 300 and change. And then next time maybe just get a batch of miners. I think I am going to take advantage of the fact that the price is 10% cheaper this and next turn. We can actually afford it. And then I think I will go ahead and upgrade whatever gives me the most money in the shortest amount of time. which I think isn't any of those, but this one down here. Popping that up to level 1 will give me a number of advantages. I can build this one, which will give me a flat income of 100 and some timber, which we might be able to export. And it will also give me 40 in income. It's going to be 3 turns, unfortunately. Small stack of goblins. Looks like it's not a very formidable force. I don't know if the dwarves have a force nearby. We obviously have this guy. He can't reach them. It's a 7 stack. Target's lost. What do you mean? I recruited some units, yes. The Empire declared on Karak Siflin, and Sufbar declared on the Skull Takers. Okay, so Sufbar, do we have any common enemies now? Skull Takers, and well, we do have the Greenskins, but we always had those.
Greetings, Kinnaman of the Hold. What can I do for?
I don't want to pay them money. I could just sweeten the pie, I guess. But I'm not going to pay him. No, didn't we already have a non-aggression pact with Baragwar? Did it expire? I wonder.
Let us begin. Ready?
I'm not going to go and defend Iron Rock. There's a chance that they will attack Barag Davasbag and take it from me. This is something that I can survive. There's also a chance that they can't actually do it, although the garrison here is probably going to be smallish. No, it's actually a full garrison. But it doesn't have any range, so yeah, they'll probably win, but they may fuck it up. But I will prioritize getting my public order under control. Do they have? Yeah, they have reduced fightiness. But yeah, they're not very strong. Yeah, now we're at +9. Oh, we're already producing timber. That surprises me. I think we're not. I just think that number means we could if we had the building. It's still under production, I very much assume. No, it's not even begun yet. It'll be 2 turns and then further X turns. Okay, so we are 315. And in 2 turns, we are gonna be at 350.
Time for a reckoning.
We have the 4 crossbowmen that I wanted. So I think I'm going to just stack up on miners this turn. But I am going to start marching on the north.
To war.
Well, what's better? I guess I want to be marching next turn. And do I want to attack that one with this army, who hasn't actually got the catapults? Because I think I remember that there's a doom diver in that stack. I may just bypass it and go for Mount Gunbad. But we'll get the miners. They are 100 apiece in upkeep. barely.
Aye, grudges will be settled.
And we are officially out of money. We'll also get this one. Not in time for any battle up there, I think. It's going to be 5 turns. But once we do, the Quarrelers will be much more dangerous. And in the long run, our Thunderers will be better as well. I don't like our economy one bit. You took it. That's actually very good. Because now I can retake it. Which means that city will belong to me. I will march to make sure I'm close enough. To take it next turn. And yes, that means that the public order here is going to go down again, but that can't be helped right now. I feel.
Onward.
And you'll be marching, since you won't be recruiting. We are at minus 31 for some reason. I don't really understand that. I felt like I calculated my my income, but I guess there was some change.
Let's hear what you have to say. We'll hear it before
now it's not possible to get a non-aggression pact. Didn't you decline last turn? I'm a little bit confused about the... Am I misclicking? Am I clicking the wrong ones or something? I don't know.
Greetings, kin of another hold. What can I do for you?
Kin of another hold. Yeah. Moderate. Can I give you anything else? I don't want to give you that. I would like to give you some wood or what, but that's not possible, is it? I will offer to join your war against the vampire counts, which are some way up there. But now you would like. Isn't that interesting? Hold on. Can we ask these barrack
honor to your ancestors.
Here? I will join your war against the Bloody Hand. There, who I don't really know a lot about. That's moderate, but in return you gotta give me the military alliance. And then it's low. Well, then I'm going to keep that in the bank. But I may want to go ahead and do it up here. Is that right? Military alliance. I need to get all the way out and then...
Welcome, Dowie.
Then I can
bring
get
a gift of Gromril to aid in negotiations.
I don't suppose you're in enough deep water that you'd like to have an actual military alliance if I join your war against the vampires, would you? Low. But you would definitely do a non-aggression pact. Alright, let's do it, because yes, we will then, well, first of all we find out where the vampires are. That's always nice. But also, now we have a common enemy, right? Yes, we're at war with the vampire counts. That's 6. Battle support. I don't remember giving you battle support. But okay. It's improving quite a lot now. That much I can see and I approve. Alright. Can we set a new war goal here? It's actually the same war goal, but whatever. nothing much seemed to happen. There's a dwarf army there, and then you are here. You're quite wounded. Also, you're sitting on my city. So we shall attack that.
Bring them!
Yes, you are quite weak, and you have a garrison which should be quite weak because you just took the town. So we'll fight this battle, and we'll be very happy about it. Because we'll finally get that city, which means we can complete the set once we take that Black Crag, or whatever that town to the south is called. That's a walled town, mind you, so it's going to be a lot harder, probably. Still, we'll get a battle. We have a grudge throwers. Alright, so let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to take these guys, form you into a line. Can I see where his reinforcements will appear? I don't see an icon anywhere. It seems to be over there. No, it's straight ahead. Alright, so we'll deploy our archers on a long line. There's a ridge here of assaults. Do it like that. That's okay. And then I'll take me... Did I lose my hammerers? I think I did. We'll take this force and put it here. And this force we'll put... I didn't see if he had mounted archers. I really hate mounted archers. It's something of a vengeance. It's a relic from my Chaos Warrior playthrough. Okay, that'll be good enough. We'll start the battle. We'll see his forces. Let's see. I'm seeing mostly swordsmen and spearmen. Only one archer regiment? Yeah. Alright. So what's our range at? They're not quite in range there.
Dwarf warriors! Be it ready! Move now! Vengeance! Go! Kill us!
Reposition our forces a little bit. And we're almost in range here. Are you not moving anymore? No? Okay, so I guess we'll come to you. That's fine. So, Mr. High King, why don't you move up there, and then we'll take the grudge throwers. Plant them something like there.
Yes, down. We don't miss.
Let's see if that brings you into range. Once you're in range of the grudge thrower, I'm sure you're gonna come rushing. Indeed you did. So we'll stop you, and we'll start firing right there. Front regiment. King, you can come back in the middle, and catapults are away. Direct hit. 8 kills. Shoot at that one. Do you have a commander of some sort in there? It's just a regular melee fighter though. It's not a wizard. Catapult doing some good damage. Okay, and archers will be in range soon. Infantry standing by. I think I will redeploy my infantry slightly here.
Plow through. Down.
These guys as well.
Plow through.
Change the line of fire a little bit.
For the Karas Angkor! Charge! Come on! Plow through!
Everyone's firing.
Miners!
First couple of units are routing.
Fire on your command!
Shoot with the archers now. We won't bring our infantry up until
For the ancestor gods!
now. At least on the flank here. No, they are wavering. And can you break that unit? No. Pause. Okay. So these guys seems to be very shaky. But in the center I feel like we need to engage these forces here. And I will send my king there with the intention of getting the Rotgut. You are wavering, all of you. Let's just see if you can be broken completely.
Dwarf warriors!
Force. Need to get that guy. And you'll just continue shooting at the archers in the rear.
For the Karas Angkor! We demand blood!
That guy taken care of. You can shoot at those guys. Brogan.
Tsar! Yes!
And a flawless victory. We killed the enemy lord.
Miners!
Seems.
Let the vengeance begin! Dwarf warriors!
Retreat all the regular troops.
For the Karas
Reduce the
Angkor!
friendly fire.
Root thrower!
Which you do feel is a thing. Although I don't actually know for sure. I'll shoot at you guys. 29. This is the biggest force, isn't it? 54 there. But they're out of my arc. I'll shoot at them until they're out of range, and then I'll switch to these guys. All of my archers can stop following. They won't be able to catch them anyway. And then we'll go to quick speed. One more round on those guys, I think. Yep. And then we'll start shooting on those until they are out of range. 45 kills for the grudge throwers isn't bad. They got most of those kills in the first early barrages, and kind of lost the momentum after that. We only lost 5 guys, so I'm certainly happy about the way that went. Golfang Rotgut is rutted and routed. He had a pitiful force. Certainly he lost a lot of men kicking out the Barrack War guys. We gained 375, nothing like that. We're gonna occupy the settlement.
Very well.
Keep it. And that guy died, which we can't be sad about. Which means now we should be able to gain our public order for the military presence. Yes, we do. We also get a -10 for the conquest thing, but that'll pass quickly. We also got to be positive again, which I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
And you will replenish your forces in like 7 seconds. You only lost 5 guys. Did you get a level? You did not. Okay. You must be pretty close. So do I want to do this battle? That's my question for you guys, really. What do you guys think? We don't have a Doom die. We do have an 18 stack. We're a bit heavy on the miners though. And I kind of want to preserve my forces for the siege of Mount Gunbad here. It's a province capital. We probably won't be able to take it by storm, at least not with this army. So what I'm hoping to do is to lay siege to it and just siege it down. We did take that wall break, and that's only going to reduce it by 1 turn. Still going to be like 7 or 8 turns in enemy territory. So I don't want to have a lot of losses to replenish, since it won't happen in enemy territory. So I guess that answers my question. I won't attack that quest battle.
Very well.
I'll send you to march, and I'll march
Forwards.
in to Mount Gunbad territory here, with the hope of assaulting that fortress. Not assaulting, sieging that fortress. Dwarfs are holding steady there, and they still have those 2 settlements here and there. This is their capital. They need to rebuild Dozkarak. They're on the prowl. Oh, they took the Bitterstone Mount. Awesome, that's what I told you to do, and you totally did it. The Greenskins convinced the Orcs of the Bloody Hand to join them. Well, and we have negative growth across the Empire? No, in Barak in Devil's Bag. It's only here. Which means it's gonna be a long while. You are at -5. So turns until surplus point is not 1 turn like it says here. It'll never happen until that event goes away, obviously. So you took the Bitterstone Mound. That's beautiful. I wonder if you can hold it. You have a force there and a force there, and then there are some people here. Who are they? They must be the top knots. So we can probably go and lay siege to Barak Crag then. It's a tiny bit risky, since we don't know what else is in the south.
1 rug.
And we can't reach these on a march, but we will be able to reach them next turn.
On to glory.
So I'll go up
for the
here.
ancestors.
I see nothing.
Move.
And I still see nothing. So he doesn't have an army nearby, though it may well be up there. Oh, that's not actually the same guy. That's Karagakadrin, which is another faction, which I haven't even met yet. So Sufba, you are 26 now.
You may speak before my shield bearers.
Give me a
and on the
military
Oathstone.
alliance, would you? I'll join your war against Stirland. Really? That would make it moderate. Oh. It's still moderate. So it's a little a little more moderate. Let's just try it like it is. I expected a rejection and I got it. But you, Mr. Barak Var, bloody well expect you to join me
And what can the Dawi do for you on this
in
fine
the military
day?
alliance, but you do not want to. It's because you think you are too strong. I'm 4 times stronger than you. I am reliable. No, not payments. Join a war. See, he has no... Because those orcs got swallowed into the greenskins, so now I lost the ability to give him that. Did I ever finish my level 2 building here? I did, didn't I? which means we can now build that one. I think that's a good investment. Income generated will be 100. And we also have the iron rock. In that case, I think what I will do is I will demolish this building in iron rock, which is to the south, and I will build it up here in character, not right now, but a little further down the line. And I'll build the woodman's hut now, and in iron rock next turn, with that spot taken care of, we can build an iron mine. So then we'll have wood and iron to trade. And I want to take a little time here to be absolutely certain here. We have 181 in income from our trade treaty with Barak Var. I'll be very interested to see what it is next turn. 181. Let's have a look. $231. Awesome. The timber clocking in there for 50 gold crowns, which is in addition to the 100 that I gained from just building the building. So that means we'll definitely be building this one, which will give us iron ingots on top of that. There's no way we're not going to build that, and that's going to be awesome. So we can lay siege here. We can build up our core territory here, and we will very carefully consider laying siege to Black Crag. But for now, I'm gonna take a break, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.